Bank of Uganda BOU money saga akosase ejeyo ebyama ebya abali mu lukwe olw'okubba ensimbi z'omuna Uganda mu bank enkulu ne zitwalibwa eyo mu mawanga g'abajungute kakati no bibino.
Operations. That letter is here with the attachment. It is received and let the record capture it. And like I made a promise here, delivering as promised, everything you're giving me is going to be secured. I put it in this envelope, and I shall seal it in the presence of everyone.
Chair,
but I'm
receiving...
Wait. Can you sign at least say I've submitted? The signature is here on record. He has submitted it. The signatures of the lady. No. I'm saying the submission is on record here. It is already captured. That's why I used the word, it is captured as such.
Chair, but when submitted to the committee, there is no requirement of sealing.
No, the reason I gave the reasons for that ruling. And I am not going to revert to that. Procedure against the chair? Okay. Mr. Semakula, do you have evidence of payment instruction to ADF dated when? On 25th September 2024, payment instructions to African Development Fund, ADF. Okay, it is here for 8.596824.26 USD. It is attached to a letter signed by Jennifer Muhuruzi, dated 16th October 2024. It is received and inserted. The date is 16th October 2024. Okay, Mr. Semakula, do you have a letter dated 10th October is what I already have, and you have given me, and you said it is a document, you need it. There you go. I have retained the one of interest to me. I have also received, I have in my possession, an email from Mubarak Nasamba. Please don't flash that camera into my documents. Okay, dated Tuesday, October 8th, and it is to Sheila Matovu. Who is Sheila Matovu? At Bank of Uganda, right? Okay, we will know Sheila Matovu. With a copy to Elizabeth Claire Athieno, again of Bank of Uganda. Kindly help me with the swift advice for the payment to International Development Association. It is from Mubarak Nasamba, dated October 8th. That
nomanyi nti ebintu bya banka ya Uganda okubba ssente byajjanga bya lusaago n'ate nga byaddala abasajja ssente baazibba. Waliwo agali mu nkubagalagamu ensimbi zino zaaweebwa ADF ekole emirimu ng'ate ADF General Museveni gy'alwanyisa mbu etta bannayuganda naye mbu zaabaweebwa bakole emirimu. Mirimu ki? Byonna bigenda kuzuulibwa. Abalala bagamba mbu ssente zino zaaweebwa aba M23 bakole emirimu. M23 si eri mu kulwanira Congo, si ebyo ebyobugagga bya Congo. Bagamba mbu General Museveni yagisupportinga, yagifinansinga, era ng'ezo ssente zabbibwa mu banka ya Uganda enkulu mbu zaagendeyo mbu. Byonna bigenda kuzuulibwa. Tugende.
One is also received and retained from Mr. Semakula. You have a copy of the same? You have a copy of the same? Okay, it is legit, it is from you. It is enveloped. I have from the Accountant General's Office, action form of 21st October, request for electronic payment system log for USD 6.134, 1377.5 and 8.596, 824.26 It is of 21st October 24. You have a copy of the same? There is nothing internal. We are the one and the same. You look at it. It will come back, I'm sure, so I can give it to you to look at. Is that also, you have a copy. Attached to it is a letter of 10th October from Jennifer. I think it's the one we have seen before. So it is also received and retained. I have an internal memo on the ongoing forensic audit dated 29th October 24 to all commissioners from PSST. Okay, you have a copy? Sir, I have another internal memo to PSST from Accountant General of 29th October 24. You have a copy. That is audit by PwC. Request for confirmation 16th October on the foreign exchange transaction EFT number, that one. You have it? Good. I did not trick you. I would get them the harder way. Okay. You have action form, Commissioner Treasury Services. I am looking at a document looking like this. You want me to lend it to you? Where are we getting that? You already have it. Yeah, that the documents I have are the ones from you. It is dated 17th October 24. Okay. Some of them are repeated. 10th October 2024 by Jennifer. It is attaching handover notes for period 30th October to 11th October 30th September to 11th October 2024. It's a loose minute. Okay, you have them. I have this one to Aziza Nabitalo. It's an email. Okay, Aziza, from Aziza Nabitalo to Angelina Darini Musera. You have a copy? And it is yours. It is dated October 8th, 2024. Also, of course, with other attachments, including the SWIFT copy of the receipt. Okay, so that one I am also having and retaining. We have one on Uganda Bank Group bills due on 30th November and 1st December 24. You have it? From AFDB, Loan Accounting. Good. To Mr. Nasamba. I have one from Mubarak Nasamba, Finance, dated October 15th, 24. Okay. I have one vision of ADB Group. Maureen Chichoncho to different people, dated, where is the date here? I'm not seeing the date. It looks like this. You have it. So that one I'm also retaining. Then this is a brief to the Honorable Minister from Accountant General of October 29th, 2024, incidents of cyber fraud. You have it? That one I'm also retaining. Okay, it is that brief to the Honorable Minister. So that one I'm retaining. This is October 24th. I think we have seen this before. You have it. Request for log for USD 6.1, dated 21st October 24. You have it, sir. Good. Mr. Twine, this you must have repeated. It is the same. So, Mr. Semakula, these documents are received and retained at Parliament day, or this 18th day of December 2024, the year of our Lord, to the questions raised by members before I give my final guidance. Oh,
and also, Chair, as part of his fair to tell us, because when you are reading out those documents,
yes,
it showed a chronology of correspondences, probably to Bank of Uganda. If the content is true and right, probably he's trying to say that we did our part and forwarded to Bank of Uganda. Now,
he's not trying, he's actually saying so.
Now, I want in his own words to tell us that in his knowledge, to be on record, that for us, we paid this and this and this as per the documents submitted, and that's to the base of our knowledge. So that it goes on record.
Yes.
So that when we are tasking Bank of Uganda, they also
actually start with that. That is okay. Or before that, okay?
Issues with the way Bank of Uganda operates.
You are not now talking about Bank of Uganda. The question
So
goes to
that's why-
Accountant General.
Chair, in my profession, seniority answers. We know we lost money, and we know who was given the money to, and we have a senior in this. So it is the seniority to answer, because it's a common fact.
Who is the senior now? You're
The senior who gave out the money. You know. Two,
Honorable Kayondo, on that one, it will not be answered.
Chair.
Because, let me give my reasons, because the record must capture my reasons for the ruling. Bank of Uganda is here. They are yet to speak today. They spoke yesterday. Let's go to the next question that goes to Accountant General. Is the witness on the stand?
Chair, you made up with it, said, who authorized the payment? And somebody answered you, which I didn't expect you to accept that answer. And somebody told the system is automatic. However automatic the system might be, that means somebody is hiding away information from you. They know who selects whom to pay, because not all people who are on the payment line are paid. Who selects? Chair, you know very well that they pay against an invoice. How can somebody tell you that there was a change? We are supposed to pay this one, and then they instructed us to pay the other. Does it mean that they have two invoices in the system?
Honorable Kayondo, your questions are valid, legitimate. Why? You see, we are just in day 2 of this inquiry. If you attended yesterday, you would have known that we started generally. We are now narrowing to specifics and to individual office holders. You have a duty, like I do, to allow the witness on the stand present his case as he has it. From him, I am zeroing down, and you have seen it happen. By yesterday, we did not have the names Mubarak, Chichoncho. We now have them. Let the witness answer those questions which have been asked to him. There is no doubt money was lost. We are dealing with the question of who is responsible for that loss. But by this time, you cannot point out with arithmetical accuracy. No. We will get to that point where we are able. We are still dealing with the client. When we finish the client, we shall deal with the banker.
Mr. Chair, the chicken thieves. Now as you talk. Now the others are.
The beauty is those ones who are being chased, you have mentioned. These are not thieves. These are not thieves. And you know, let me tell you, colleagues, let's guard people's names. Supposing at the end of the inquiry, you do not find them culpable, or these ones culpable, and you have already called them thieves, I will not entertain that.
Segona nga alwanirira nnyo Bank of Uganda. Why is he fighting so much for them to protect their names? Ngate sente zaabula. Zizukira olunaku lumu mwaka guno era ndowooza. Medad Wega Segona akwata emmotoka n'agitwala ku bakanaabe. Ekyengera awo ndowooza. Bajoze ne basangamu obukadde ebyo 3. Yali yakaweebwa bakulira ku ssasi. Basangamu obukadde 3 nga zaaki. Lwanirira abajja mu kakiiko tobavunza nnyo, totta reputation yaabwe, okitegedde, balekeremu akatiibwa ako basobola nga banaagende balala bajja kusaba omulimu bagubawe, tobaswaza, okitegedde. Kati I'm thinking behind my mind nti bandibanga bano abazza ba Bank of Uganda basasudde Medad Wega Segona kuba engeri gya fighting to protect them eri waggulu. Twenza kugamba mbu what if it comes out they are not thieves? Nga twabayita ababbi, it's okay. But what if it comes out they are thieves? And you've denied us a chance today to call them thieves. Am I understood? Onakuba olukyano ekisangibwa nga babbi. Naye ate olwo nga tugazi tubayita ababbi. Oba ontegedde. Agezaako okuba protectinga kigenda okutuuka eri nga tekikyalina nnyo makulu kuba bagamba entamu ewulira muliro gusooka. Kati abaana abasindikamu obuntu nti muli gabbi basobola okujjayo ababbi abatuufu babateeko nti afesi tuli babbi ababbi abaddala bakola ki baabano. Medad Segona aprotectinga nti bano si babbi basirikira ababbi abaddala oba nfunye ono gaalaka musasule.
I will disallow. So Honorable Kayondo, your legitimate questions should be shelved for now until we get to the right witness to answer them. Honorable Sebamala?
My name is...
One question. Good.
One. I want the Accountant General to be on record that this is unprecedented.
He is already on record.
Are you sure? If I bring evidence that there are payments beyond this before that have been paid, are you ready to take the go?
To do what?
Go on record. Are you ready to take the fall? You put it on record.
On record. Switch on.
Chair.
Of payments that have left Bank of Uganda, that have left Ministry of Finance to different beneficiaries and have ended up in different beneficiaries. Are you ready to take the fall? Go on record.
Yes. Yeah, you are now on record.
Chair, I'm on record. I said that the nature of this transaction is the first of its nature in this form and of this amount. We have never had an incident where debt is being diverted.
But there have been instances where different beneficiaries have gotten money from Ministry of Finance. Not attempts. Not attempts. There have been...
Honorable Sebamal, you have asked your question.
No, Olira Segona, the way he's fighting for these guys from Bank of Uganda. Olira agezaako okusala omuliro gwa banne baleme kulabisa nnyo. Segona, who paid you?
He has answered it. He has not. Would you answer that in the affirmative or negative?
Chair, I want to answer.
I think I should really adjust my question. Yeah. Are there instances in Ministry of Finance where the beneficiaries have changed hands during payment? Well, apart from this one?
Well, not which have been brought to my attention. Because for me, what I know, as I said, that this one is very unique. We pay the biggest chunk of money.
My problem is not this one. My problem is the number of transactions that have left Ministry of Finance and have not reached the intended beneficiaries.
Can we save ourselves by doing it this way? Honorable Sebamala, get the documents. Wait. Get the document. No. You see, when someone says to his knowledge, you can only speak from knowledge. Let's do it in a neater way. Get the documents. Mr. Semakula is not a discharged witness.
I'm here.
I am only allowing him to exit for purposes of what he told me and told us earlier. We shall have him again. Finally, Chair. Vice Chair.
Chair, from you, did you do a thorough check of your system? If yes, do you have a minutes or a report on that? Do you have a report?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes, we do.
Yes, can we get that report that you did the thorough check of your system, that the system was not hacked?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay. Chair, do I have to answer?
Yes?
Do I have to answer?
No, you are switching on the mic, off the microphone.
I really want to appeal again because, as I said when we were beginning, is that there is a forensic audit going on. This forensic audit should be able to tell us what actually happened and where it happened. Okay? So I guess once that information comes, then we should be able to pinpoint and say this is what happened. And I was very clear. I said that for us, when we look at our application processes, everything is okay. If you even now, if you go to the system and look for Roadway, we do not have Roadway on our database as a payment, as a government supplier. So let's wait and see.
But you can delete him. Bino ensi tugimanyi. Osokuba ng'omuntu mbadde muyina obanga kibalidde kibatuddemu n'omudeletinga. That there is software so komyawo what you deleted. Netumanya no, you deleted this one, so why you deleted him? Kati ebyo nabyo n'okubeerawo. Lwakuba nti abalina okunoonyereza bonna be bamu bali mu kigali kye kimu bonna babbi. Naye nga nze manyi nti one day byonna bijja kuvaayo. No matter what happens, wadde mwabideletings, lunaku lumu tujja kubiriviiringa. Twagenda mwadeletinga this and this. Why you deleted them? Ogamba muno Roadway temulina mu system yammwe. Singa tunaazuula nti mwamusiimuula mu busiimuuzi, what will you tell us? Olitugamba ki? So ebintu ebimu bigenda mu maaso n'abasajja babikola nga balowooza bannansi badongo, tebategeera bali awo babuyabuya. Naye you regret one day nti kye twakola kyali kya buswavu, bannayuganda baali batumanyi. Bannayuganda baali bamanya amazima. Bannayuganda baali bategeera. Bannayuganda baali bagezigezi ne tubafula batategeera. Banyi bana abasajja bo bamanyi mbu ne basinga okutegeera naye so kumbe wa.
What could have happened? That's what I'm saying, that let's wait and see what could have happened. Chair, I also want to assure you members and the public that we and Bank of Uganda, it is really in our interest that these things do not reoccur because we have to build confidence. So we and Bank of Uganda must work together to ensure that these things do not occur.
Chair, I raised the question that he speaks to the documents. Minister of Finance, we did this and this.
I'm coming to that. I thought I was very clear.
Yeah, because
I was very clear that for us from application side, we have gone through the process from invoice initiation, invoice approval, file creation, and file formatting. Yeah. Even if you go on the system now.
I think that's what Mrs. Muhuruzi said.
Yeah, everything is okay.
On that one. Yeah. With respect to speaking to the documents, it will not be done today because we are still receiving documents they are meant to submit today. I only want him to conclude and we let him go. In less than a minute, and I'm timing you, Itungo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the incident, where are the documents after the incident? You see, Chair,
we have received them also.
Okay, Chair, listen to this. Yesterday, the question which Deputy Governor did not answer, but I think which he can answer now. You see,
who can answer it?
The gentleman from Finance, because it is the same.
Yes.
It is the same. You are saying your system is intact. You are saying you have checked everything, it is in normal. But an incident happened. So my concern, and I think the concern of the members, what control systems have you now put in place after the incidents? What have you done? Because if you are saying everything is normal,
the summary of what you are saying, Honorable Itungo, which I agree with, the Deputy Governor, from the perspective of Mr. Semakula, from the documents I have seen, they make some reference to that effect. And so the question is, what happened? It boils down to one thing of what happened. Let's not repeat ourselves. Finance has said, the summary is in one sentence. We never instructed them to pay those two.
Chair,
Wait.
Chair, it's my prayer that he says it himself, that statement.
That's what he has said.
No.
Okay, let him repeat
I
it.
can repeat it, and I very emphatically that we did not issue any instruction to pay those two companies.
Simple.
And I repeated that even now, if you go on our database in the system that we have, we do not have those as government suppliers. To be able to be paid on a government system, you must be registered on a government system.
Infamous.
Yeah.
What are your IT experts telling you? What happened?
But he has told you.
We are still on forensic.
Mr. Semakula, switch off that
It is
microphone.
Bank of Uganda which knows.
You see, it's axiomatic, Honorable Muwada. There are only two sides in this. One is Ministry of Finance. The second is Bank of Uganda. You were probably not old enough when somebody sang a song, "One of Us is Lying." We will get to know who is lying and who is not. Did you hear that song? Did you hear about it? Honorable Muwada?
I know the latest ones.
Question and ask another last question. We will not finish. We can now say, Mr. Semakula, thank you very much for being with us today. You are not a discharged witness together with your entire team. We hear them again. Colleagues, now consensus must be built now. Who says, you mean you cannot sacrifice and hear them on Christmas?
Tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Semakula, keep your diary open between now and Friday. We shall communicate with you.
Between now and Christmas, and actually first, because we even have to present you the statutory reports, which we are working on with the Auditor General. And so I thought that we can always come.
Mr. Semakula, there is a time I left this place at 4 a.m., actually consistently for an entire week. Colleagues know. Today and Friday. In the event that you receive an invitation, please accept to come by yourself.
No, that one is short.
So, subject to that and production of our documents, you may now leave the room before we change our minds to say, come back.
He must be reminded that this committee has the powers to drag and summon his presence.
I decline to remind him,
He should
and
not go.
I expunge that proposal
This
for
is not a bed
reminder.
of roses. We shall come for him using the powers of the
Mwadankunyenje, switch off that microphone. You are not speaking in this meeting. So, Minister of Finance, please go and mint money for us. Uganda, you may please access the corner on my extreme right and get some bites. By the way, when you come here, now let me issue it as a standing instruction. You are free to eat anything that we are eating on behalf of Ugandans. Thank you for braving through. Deputy Governor, once again, we want to thank you for availing discussion on particular offices and officers. We know. Yesterday, we did ask receive them. This man did not say I'm blaming the computer. Which the computer should be the one to be arrested. I asked the question, should I arrest the computer or you? He said that the system is automated, which pretty much has been repeated by Ministry of Finance. That is number one. Number two is we want to go to the depth of this saga, where the circumstances require that we stay within the line of doing it professionally. Without the camera, we shall do it. But we must dig deep and get to the bottom of it. 3, nobody will hide under any authority or investigation to deny us information. 4, to the members, as we seek to communicate with anyone, whether within this room or outside this room, let us stick to the rules of decency. The rules of decency are governed primarily by accuracy. You must be accurate in terms of content. As a quasi-judicial organ, we also have a duty to avoid exaggerations which present us as being biased and prejudiced. I repeat, we are not prejudiced, and we must therefore not be seen to be prejudiced against anyone. Finally, as you deal with the witnesses before us, bear in mind that there could be some people who are not our witnesses and who are not here. One, who we should not bring into this, but also who we should not cover inadvertently by placing accusations against those that are before us until and unless we find them culpable. You know what it means when you say Itunga has stolen a goat, and then I say Mayanja has stolen it. Yutungo will come and say, yes, Mayanja is a known thief, etc. Why? Because he's trying to cover his trace. There may be people that we may not foresee inviting now or being within the bracket, who will be very happy to see us say, the witnesses, we have to stick to the facts before us. Let us stick to the evidence and to the law. With that, Deputy Governor, you have been present when your clients, your customers are saying, we have never given you instructions to pay Roadway and the other MJS companies. They have given us instructions which they gave you. Where are the instructions that you received? And 2, where are my documents? The documents that we requested for yesterday. You're welcome.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and a very good afternoon to all of you. Chair, maybe let me start with the second request. I think I must have misunderstood you because I thought I was handing the documents on Friday. You'd requested that all the documents that this committee requires should be brought in by Friday. So I had the Friday date in mind, so I'm sorry if I misunderstood you that you wanted them today. Yeah.
That I will respond very quickly. I was categorical in the end because I said I accordingly amend my earlier guidance of receiving the documents on Friday. I said come with them tomorrow, which is today. I will not treat this as a refusal. I will now quickly, without wasting time, require that you produce them today before close of business.
Obliged, Honorable Chair.
Thank you.
Yep.
Where is the instruction that you relied on to pay Roadway?
Honorable Chair, all the instructions...
First, where is the... You said Mr. Poloti is not in the country.
No, he's not in the country.
We said the next person.
The next person should have been Christina Lupo, but we needed to leave some staff in the office to execute government business and banks. So Mr. Charles Mugisa, who said here, is standing in for.
Why did you bring Charles Mugisa?
Charles Mugisa is the Director of Banking.
The one who wrote the documents that I have referred to?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Oh, yes. Okay, we are happy to have Mr. Charles Mugisa. You are welcome to COSASE. It's a friendly committee, as you've seen.
Thank you, Chair.
So, Chair, you've asked the question that documents have been provided asking us to do payment. But let me be on record. The requests for payments from the Ministry of Finance are not submitted in hard copy. They're submitted electronically. And Charles Mugisa, who's the Director of Banking, who receives things on a daily basis, can talk to that.
Mr. Charles Mugisa, where is the instruction from Ministry of Finance asking you to pay Roadway and MJS? No.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and honorable members. Mr. Chairman, we have the instruction that was sent to us by the ministry to pay Roadway. And this will be submitted with the documents this afternoon.
Who instructed you from Ministry of Finance?
Mr. Chairman, I think we need to, maybe we came in this morning with the understanding that we are supposed to go through how files move from the ministry to the bank. And that's why we came with the highly power delegation of IT, which can explain how this specific
I don't know
files.
how, I don't want to know, because I'm not yet at the level of asking for that job. I want to know who instructed you. By this time, after 3 months of this matter in public domain, you know the specific person, because these are people you deal with on a daily. On a daily.
And Chair, he said he has the instruction to pay this, is it Broadway? Roadway. Let him just finalize on that.
That's
because the question was, where is the instruction, and it was from who?
Yeah.
No, let him pass.
The member is entitled. Get to the microphone.
Chair,
wait. Get to the microphone, Honorable Kayondo.
Chair.
As Honorable Mwada switches off.
Chair, I pity you receiving these answers. Ministry of Finance has confirmed that Roadway is nowhere on the list of service providers. Nowhere. For a company to be paid.
Procedure,
Honorable Mwada.
Chair, you ruled that we deal with the answers of the other entity as they are. In the interest of inquiry and getting to the facts, let's hear his answer.
So you are ruling?
I'm praying that if it is procedurally right, at this point, as he answers, to refer to the
Your
answer.
procedure question is sustained. For now, we are listening to banks, the other.
Chair.
For now, no, we are not at that.
I only speak when I have to speak.
Yes.
So my colleague, I think at times you first listen to a colleague and then you get what to speak.
But now
Chair,
I've already ruled.
When he says that he paid Roadway,
Yes.
which is not on the list of service providers.
If
it is,
how do you know?
Chair, if it is, then he should also bring
That
us
is
the evidence.
Question he is answering.
Yes, Chair. Then he should bring us the
you see,
evidence.
the problem is you are stopping now. Let him answer who in the Ministry of Finance instructed. 2, let's get the document. Then at that point, we will be at liberty to say. By the way,
Chair,
he has no duty to even prove that it is on a government system. His duty is to show that he was instructed.
Chair, you cannot be instructed to pay somebody who's not pay against an invoice.
You see, that's the point I'm making. This one has no duty to know who is on the government system. This one has a duty only to receive instructions and comply. Guidance. Okay. Proceed.
Guidance accepted.
Chair receives instructions as the banker to government from the Accountant General's office. And these are the instructions we received. However, to be very specific, I wish to hand over to my colleague here, who is the head of IT, to, it will come to me at some point, but to guide us from how...
I don't want processes. They have been explained. 2, we are dealing with past tense.
Yes.
Not even past participle, but past tense. Who gave you instructions?
At Accountant General's office.
Who in particular?
Mr. Chair, I need to check who.
No?
Who did?
IT, do you know? Who? From your findings.
Well, Chair, I thank you, because I think by drawing a distinction between the two institutions and how they operate, you actually get to the bottom of the issue. The processes that happened in the Ministry of Finance, I think, have been explained, but the bank is not part of those processes.
That's absolutely correct.
So what?
Tell us yours.
So what happened is that once they have done whatever they have done, as they explained, for us we get a file.
Yes.
And that file is from Ministry of Finance. The way we know that it's from Ministry of Finance is because we have automated these processes. That file is signed digitally. That digital signature.
Tell us your name first.
Edward Mugerwa.
Edward Mugerwa, yes.
I'm the acting executive director for IT at Bank of Uganda. That is the instrument we get. We don't get a signed form from somebody instructing the bank.
Yes.
We get a file. That file is digitally signed, and the systems automatically verify that this file is from
that this signature is authorized.
This signature is from Ministry of Finance.
No, is authorized.
Yes, is authorized and is from Ministry of Finance.
The IT department has the capacity to know who signed this, correct?
Now, yes, it has the capacity to know.
From October to now,
yes.
Have you found out who issued the instructions? You know, this is not a question that requires narration.
It may require narration because you are interpreting in the form of somebody signing.
No.
It's an electronic...
IT has the capacity to go and know that this instruction was generated by Medad Lubega.
Yes.
Have you established the person who authorized or who instructed Bank of Uganda from your system?
Let me explain a bit on the
tokenization
process. The tokenization.
Let's get the context.
What happens is that we have what we call keys. These are security keys. Other people call them secrets. Now, at every month, Minister of Finance gives us their secret, which they call a public key. But they also retain what we call a private key, which is only known to them. Now, when they send us a file, that file is signed by their private key. And that private key, as I've said, it's only known by them. So when the file comes and our systems pick it up, the first thing they verify, who has sent this file? And the way the system verifies is by checking against what they gave us, the public key, and verifying that the signature on this file is Minister of Finance. We don't know on the other side who authorized that payment,
no,
but that payment...
By the time you know this is the signature on this file is Minister of Finance, they are able to identify.
Chair, unfortunately, that information is only with the Minister of Finance. For us, the only thing they have given us is a secret. It is an electronic token. That's what they give us to verify that the file is from them.
Who gives you the electronic token?
Who? The electronic token, we get it from Minister of Finance. And
no, there must be somebody.
Okay.
We are dealing with the matter where there was no cyber involved.
Who in particular gives that?
Sends us that file.
You know, why I opened my envelope, which I have not sealed.
That we can...
Look at this. This was printed off the system. Look at it. Right?
Chair, this
from
is
their end.
This is a Minister of Finance.
Yes, that's something.
So I may not be in a position to...
I understand. I'm not telling you comment on whether it is accurate or not.
Yes.
I expect you to give me a similar one from your end.
Yes, we will, as the
which
governor,
says pay Roadway.
Yes.
And is it MJS?
Yes. But here it is concerning.
It's
that we invited so today to come and answer or respond to issues relating to these particular transactions. They come here today, probably they even have answers, but giving us a narrative without the evidence. I find it intentional, Chair. And that's why, for these particular two witnesses, I would pray that you hand them over to CID. They can pick these documents. Bank of Uganda is very near. Bank of Uganda is very near here.
Procedure.
These are fundamental questions.
You are put on procedure.
Over the issue of taking people to... Because these are...
Honorable Mwada Nkunyinji. By the way, don't accept to run out of patience. When you run out of patience, you make mistakes, and Ugandans will lose. I want us to engage in a process that will help Ugandans by not getting excited. Are you not happy that God gave you the powers to even summon the governor, Bank of Uganda, and he comes here? When in Busoga, when he's passing, Governor Ajire, somebody said yesterday, Governor Iseu, you have the governor who you called yesterday, he came. Today he's here with you. You can even have Christmas with him. So, Governor, when we want you, you can even have Christmas with us. I have not, and I will not run out of patience. They will give us the documents we want. Let us allow the witness to speak, because we allowed him to explain the process. I saw guide. Proceed.
Chair, you interact with in the exchange of these keys.
Yes.
We interact with IT of Minister of Finance, and specifically a gentleman called Yahweh.
Yahweh?
Yes.
Yahweh who?
Tony Yahweh.
Okay, he's in IT.
Yes, in the Ministry of Finance.
When these events happened, since they happened 3 months ago,
yes, Chair.
Has your Department of IT been called into play?
Yes.
To do anything? Have you made a report to the Deputy Governor?
Yes. We've been part of the internal audit. I think the Deputy Governor already updated you on that.
On what? So you were not here. You don't even know what you updated me on. My apologies. Yes, your sins are forgiven. But have you made a report?
We have made reports, not one report.
On this matter?
On this matter.
How many?
We made a report on the payment to Roadway, and we also made a report on the payment on MGS International. Yes, but we have also been participating in internal audit. We participated in internal audit, and we are part of we participated in the forensic, and of course the ongoing investigations with CID and the Auditor General.
You have recorded a statement with CID?
We have recorded
statements. Have you?
Personally,
Mr. Mugisa?
Mugerwa.
Sam Mugerwa,
yes.
Part of your staff have recorded?
Yes, my staff have recorded statements with CID.
Who are those?
Mr. Andrew Omara has recorded the statement. Mr. Andrew Ebine has recorded the statement.
Andrew Omara?
Yes.
The other one is Andrew who?
Andrew Ebine.
The one who is here?
They are all here.
Who is Andrew Omara? Oh, okay. Who else?
As well as Mr. Javan Batemieto.
Javan Batemieto.
Yes.
Only those ones?
From IT, only those ones have. Okay, there is one who is not here.
Who?
Brian.
Brian who?
Brian Kangwaji.
Ka?
Brian Kangwaji. Yes. He's on leave, but he also recorded the statement.
He's on leave?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after those two reports, shall we have copies of those two reports? Those reports will be given to us.
Noted, Chair.
Have you seen any other reports? Are they conclusive on who received information from your end? Not given. Who received the instructions?
Chair, the report go through the processes and the controls that we have in place. In terms of who, as I have said, the file comes in automatically. It's not a document given to an individual. So we follow that process from the time the file is received up to the time the payment is effected.
Who follows when you say we?
We followed that process.
There must be a particular transaction person or desk person.
When it comes,
yes,
does it go to the whole of Bank of Uganda, or it goes to a certain person or particular?
Absolutely.
Where does it go?
The process. The process, it's really a straight-through process. Very minimal human intervention. The only intervention to stop that process is if Minister of Finance has asked us to stop. But otherwise...
Mr. Chairman, it is just simple. When it comes, or it goes to a particular person, that file, who receives it or who received it in this particular transaction?
Okay, there is no person receiving these instructions. The instruction comes in form of a file, a digital file, to a system called the MFTS, the Managed File Transfer System.
Who manages that system?
The people who administrate it are here. Mr. Andrew Omara, Mr. Andrew Ebine.
The people who administer it are those ones you've mentioned?
Yes.
Okay, now the question is, this particular one,
yes,
who administered it? No.
Okay.
Who? They can't be all of them.
Maybe I need to explain what I mean by that.
By administrator.
An administrator ensures that the system is running, but there is no interaction that this file, I'm waiting for a file to come. The system will automatically pick it. The role of the administrator is to ensure that that particular system is operating smoothly, but not to interfere or receive files. The file is automatically received and processed.
Let me understand it this way. When instructions come from Ministry of Finance, because it's automated, once finance keys in the instructions, without any human intervention from Bank of Uganda, your system just pays? point from Bank of Uganda?
Now, for external payments, it's a T+2 process. We have a window of 48 hours within which we interact with Minister of Finance. We gave them information that we've received this payment. These are the details.
So who interacted with the ministry?
Not everyone.
Okay, who interacted? Yes, you did a report as IT.
I will request Claire. Claire is from the banking team. She interacted, she's also here. She interacted with the Minister of Finance.
On what? Okay, Claire, where are you? Oh, Claire is here. Press the mic. Claire who? Get the microphone closer.
Sorry. So the interaction is in terms of providing the statement to Ministry of Finance, which is done the following day after the payments have been processed. And this is sent by email to the Ministry of Finance. And those statements, our expectation is that...
The email says what?
Please receive statements for files, for transactions processed the previous day. Yes?
Did you send that email?
Not personally, but one of our colleagues in banking department. Eunice Kahimakaze.
Okay?
Kahimakaze.
Kahimakaze?
No, she's not.
Okay.
Yeah, who sent the statement to Ministry of Finance?
Where is Eunice Kahimakaze?
She works in the customer service.
Then what
section.
about you? What did you do?
What was your role?
I ensure, part of my roles is to ensure that
what was your role in this transaction?
Particular payment?
Yes.
We received an instruction.
You.
Yes, received that email from Mubarak, as you read properly.
Saying that?
That he would like a SWIFT message for that particular payment, the first one.
Mubarak was asking about the SWIFT message of paying to who?
Paying to IDA.
That you have paid?
Yes.
No. Before payment, what was your role?
See, the process is straight through. There's really no role.
You had no role?
Yes.
But you see, yesterday, Bank of Uganda, were you here yesterday?
No, sir.
Bank of Uganda said yesterday they make that inquiry and expect a response within 2 days. Were you involved in that inquiry?
No, sir.
Who did the inquiry?
Let me explain that bit. We have a service level agreement with the Ministry of Finance. We have a service level agreement with the Ministry of Finance. It spells out responsibilities that the Ministry of Finance has to do on EFTs and what we have to do as their banker. Now, when a file comes to BOU, it goes through the MTFS and then it's downloaded and then it debits the specific accounts where the specific transactions are being dealt with. For instance, if it's going to pay, say, IDA, it will look for the account where that money is coming from the accounts of finance at BOU, and it will debit that account. So when it does that...
And if it is paying Roadway?
Okay. Yes, if it's paying Roadway, still to look for the account where the money is coming from. Now, immediately these accounts are debited. E-statements or electronic statements are sent to Ministry of Finance. And these statements are sent to a group email, okay? To a group email which has various people in the Ministry of Finance, including the people who are here this morning. Now, as a banker and a part of customer service, we also extract the statements and then send them to these people again, just in case probably the e-statement bounced or something has happened.
There are two possibilities. They have been bounced, or because they are E, somebody could have hacked into. So you want them to verify.
Exactly. Exactly.
Was this done?
I'm coming to that.
No, before don't even come to another way.
It wasn't done, but I have
it was not done.
Yes.
Why?
No, the confirmation was not done. Why? The SLA says that we are sending you these statements for you to see where, one, the debits have been made, whether it's the correct accounts, and two, the beneficiaries are the correct ones. The ministry is supposed to get back to us at 4 o'clock of the day when when these statements are sent out in the morning. Okay? Now, in the SLO, it's spelled out that if you don't get back to me by this time, I deem your instructions correct. And that's what we based on. So in these particular circumstances, in these particular transactions, no one at the ministry came back to us to check whether we did the inquiry through sending the statements. Yes, the emails. Yes.
That's where my question is, who sent the email from your end?
You've had, there is a Eunice.
Eunice Mwana Kahima. Kahimakas. Okay.
Kahimakas, yes.
Good. She's the one who sent the email.
Yes.
To who?
She sends it to
she sent
group,
it.
She sent to a group email, but I think.
Do you have a copy of that email?
We don't have it here, but we have it. A group email under finance, but also certain individuals who are spelled. When we bring you the email, you'll see that the people were.
Chair, there's one thing I wanted to get clarity on. He was elaborate, alluding to Minister of Finance, that whenever they send an email or a communication, it is received by a group. I want to presuppose that equally from Bank of Uganda, Eunice cannot originate an email without copying to officers of Bank of Uganda.
Correct.
Who are those who are copied in our communication? From Bank of Uganda to Minister of Finance. Yes. You must be part of them, and probably the deputy governor. So disclose to us who are those, because this one.
Okay.
If Eunice is not to be seen at this stage, we could rely equal on copies received by them while Eunice is sending to Minister of Finance.
That's correct. They are accessible.
Yes. They copy them in.
Okay.
With the rest of the documents.
Let me help the meeting. No, I am very practical. No, I'm ruling. Don't arrest my ruling. It is 12 minutes to 2. We are adjourning to 3:30. Let's come back here at 3:30 with the documents. All the documents and Eunice Kaimakas. The meeting stands adjourned until then. We are going to have lunch. Come back. Yes. Colleagues, the deputy liaison order has pressing work in the office. I have allowed him to delegate the team that he came with, but I want the documents to come to be here at 3:30 with the team. Thank you. I don't think Mr. Nkurunziza needs to be here. No. It is okay. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Byebyo ebya banka enkulu n'ensimbi ezaabulankanyizibwa engeri gye zaavaamu engeri gye zaabulamu n'abaani abateeberezebwa okubanga bali mu lukwe luno. Ensonga zoogeddwa n'ebikyagenda mu maaso tulindirize tulabe kinaaba kigenda mu maaso ne bakigirira naye nga simanyi lwaki Medad Lubega Sseggona akali amaggwa yeekubiiramuko agezaako okuteekawo protection agezaako okubikkirira abantu bano naye byonna bijja kuba bivaayo obujulizi bonna bujja kubanga bweraga.